Legend of Total War Warhammer here, with another 7-year disaster campaigns, playing, can you imagine it, Total War Warhammer, on the Vortex campaign as the followers of Nagash, and this is a real doozy of a disaster. They've got nothing left, their army's been destroyed. At least with the Tomb Kings, it doesn't cost anything. So yeah, little bit of a joke there at the start. Some people are starting to call me Legend of Total War Warhammer. Or they're saying in the comments, you should change your name to Legend of Total War Warhammer. I was like, it's still a Total War game. You can whinge as much as you like. You know, just don't feel like playing the historical Total War games. Anyway, so I've had a little bit of a look at the situation, and it's pretty dire. Yeah, that's all there is to say. It's pretty dire. So we need to start recruiting another army, obviously. So let's get started with that. So, actually, you're gonna need to use some global recruitment as well. See how we go with that. I'll make adjustments as needed. And he's got some agents. I'm very picky when it comes to the traits that agents have. These guys haven't leveled up at all, so I'm totally fine with disbanding them. And because it's the Tomb Kings, it doesn't cost you anything to re-recruit it, so you can keep rolling the dice. So there's Tomb Prince here, you got fleet-footed. Now the best trait for a Tomb Prince is Chariot Master. That's what you want to be getting. It doesn't help them at the beginning of the campaign, but once you're on a chariot, my god, does that make such a huge difference. So you'll thank me in the long run if we do this. So we got to clear out this list of shit here, because it's no good. And every turn we'll get a new candidate. And we'll just see how we go with that. So again, with the Tomb Princes, you want to go Chariot Master. With Lich Priest, you want to go for Knowledgeable. Now, since it's a pretty dire situation, I don't normally like recruiting Lich Priest of Nehekara. I think it's, of the 3 that are available, because we don't have shadows, it's the least efficient, or just the least effective Law of Magic. But because we're in dire need of assistance right now, if a knowledgeable Lich Priest of Nehekara shows up, we'll recruit it. So in many ways, yeah, we're sort of like, it's worse than starting from scratch, because at least when you start from scratch as these guys, they at least get a Tomb Scorpion. Nothing like that for us. So when it comes down to Necrotex, what I think is the best trait is Sphinx Carver, because obviously you're restricted with the Tomb Kings to how many elite units you can recruit based on the buildings that you have. But with that Sphinx Carver, you get 1 extra Kemrian War Sphinx, and they're really good units. It's better than hiring a fucking skeleton. So this one here, he's trustworthy, right? Which, you just don't really need that as the Tomb Kings. But he's also rank 8. So I'd feel really bad to disband this guy, so I'm not going to do that at this stage here. Alright. So yeah, we're going to recruit. Arkhan will be back eventually, and we'll just try and get our shit together. We've got some Regiment of Renown that will be available, but not for a while. Also, we can start off with maybe getting some trade agreements. He said that there were 6 that we could potentially get.
The dead come calling. What do you understood?
So yeah, I do want to thank the guy who sent in this save file, because, you know, I've been wanting to do more saving disaster campaigns, but I've had to sort of keep them sparing, keep a few in reserve. Like, they're not great save files,
It shall be done.
so I'm only saving them for a rainy day.
As you say. Lord, is it true that nothing can...
But yeah, it's good. Like, since I mentioned it in the previous video, did get quite a few new save files sent in. Maybe up to 6. See if we can get some more.
I serve what brings the kings of Nehek very well.
So yeah, I do really appreciate you guys sending me save files. But you know, just so you know, I only got sent in about 4 since yesterday. You know, I've only looked at this one so far, but 1 or 2 of them might be not real disasters. We'll see. Okay. So a bit of extra income in there. We want to try and get Sorcerer's Island up to level 3 so that we can get a Screaming Skull catapult from that building. I would prefer to get a Casket of Souls, but money's tight at the moment. So we'll just see how we go. This Bretonnian army might head over here soon. So it'd be good if we were ready for it. Eternal, no, it's not what we want. No. It's unfortunate, but let's just roll of the dice. So you get a limit to the number of heroes that you get, so you might as well get one that's good. Because like when they're sitting there at level 40 and you're like, oh, you know what, I really wish I got that knowledgeable one. Well, you can't now, because the dude's immortal. No, aggressive, no good. But yeah, this guy shouldn't be here. He should be coming home. Because he's still probably a better fighter than a bloody skeleton. That's that's all we can really get right now, so we just have to spam skeletons. There's no other selection. We've only got one build slot, and you know what, this is probably... I probably would have preferred archers, actually. I think they're better than the chariots, especially because this is on legendary difficulty. I just don't think chariots, these particular chariots, are that good on legendary difficulty. And if they're going to bring cavalry, they're totally useless against that. But we'll see. There's not really anything else we can do. In 17 turns, we'll be able to have a third army. Again, it'll just be filled with trash. There's nothing else we can get but trash. So I guess once we get this settlement up to level 3, we have to ask ourselves whether or not we want to build walls to protect ourselves or our barracks to actually get some better units. Asking yourself basically, attack or defend. Should we make our armies better, or should we make sure we don't lose our final settlement? Well, that's not good. We've still got one more turn left till Arkhan the Black shows up. If they were to attack here, though, we have to keep in mind that we do have a garrison here of 6 units. Some archers, yeah. There's the Hekara warriors, which are... I actually think they're a tier 1 unit. I really think they're trash. At least on legendary difficulty, I think they're complete trash. Come on, give us something. Nope. But considering their forces are here right now,
I am but a struggling artist.
I'll recruit them, and if we don't like them, we can just disband them next turn. Make sure the list is cleared. But I'll keep this one. And we should recruit another lord just to have a guy there. Tough will do. Okay, they got a lot of infantry. Okay, well that's a good thing I'm hiring swordsmen then. Let's go, yeah, let's get... No, hang on, they're all infantry. And if we're going up against the dwarves over here, because he lost his capital to the dwarves, they've only got infantry, so swords would be better than spears. Kind of weird seeing them only not having any cavalry at all, but whatever, it's fine.
My dynasty reigns supreme.
We certainly don't want to go attack them. Our best chance of surviving is holding our ground here. Let's see how we go. I mean, I couldn't have possibly recruited any faster than this. Utilize global recruitment and basic recruitment, that's all I got. So either they'll attack us or they won't. We'll see. Okay, they didn't. And even better still, they disbanded some of their units. Which I don't usually see that happen very often. So that's interesting. Alright, let's have a look at what agents are available.
Light my soul.
Okay, so we've got a knowledgeable one, but it's of Nehekara.
I serve king and patriarch.
Still. Like, Nehekara's not useless, it's just not as good as the other Lords of Magic.
My endeavor. See, father, I command. Scrolls of power.
Not saying I'm going to commit to it, because I'd prefer to have either Death or of Light. So we'll clear out those two pools before we recruit this guy. But I'll leave him there. And we've got this guy here that's cunning, fine.
Where are my slaves?
And yeah, if we get another turn of... hang on, we can get Arkhan the Black in. Let's have a look at his skills.
On me.
And we can also get that other Lord who seems to have been leveled up a little bit. How do you go about leveling him up? In my personal opinion, I don't think you should prioritize Canopic Jar Hoarder for your lords, just because there's so many points that you can put into other things. And there's plenty of other ways of getting Canopic Jars. I usually don't have a problem with Canopic Jars come the late game, so it's really, I think it's an early game mistake to do that. I've done that with, like, yeah, there's a lot of things here that are really quite good, so I really don't think he's leveled up his lords very well in this case here. Like, this as well, like, casualty replenishment plus 20% is really good, but you get that over here as well, so it's like, it's good, but you don't need it. I don't know.
Undead loyalty. You are not.
So Arkhan can recruit a little bit more.
Nehekara rises from his
Alright, that's
ashes.
fine.
To me, see trouble.
You dishonor me.
Alright, let's move on. So if they attack this turn, I think we've got a pretty good chance of repelling them. Unless they bring in that other army as well.
Not my king's decree.
Which they didn't, that's good. Ugh. Income from trade plus 80%, but it's going to cost us 40 Canopic Jars. The thing is, because you've chosen the Canopic Jar stuff, I guess it's alright to do that, and we do really need the money. Don't think it's ideal, though. Alright, let's have a look here. What do we got available? Fleet-footed, Eternal, no. Alright, so we'll attach the wizard.
Where
Which one's
are
that
my
one?
slaves? The day of awakening Bob thy legion.
But get rid of these two.
I command. Do not challenge me. Who commissions me?
Okay. I mean, if they're just gonna stay there.
Do you take me for a child?
So it's all men at arms, pole arms. Okay. Well, the chariot's gonna have a hard time with them, but god damn, I wish I had some archers. Oh well.
The ultimate
I
shrine.
wonder if I should go out there and fight them now, actually.
Never.
You know what? I probably should. So, with that. If nothing else, it's a good opportunity for Arkhan to get some experience, you know, assuming he wins. Now, what we got to do in this situation here, since he's sort of blockading the port, he can't get out. What you do is you attack, because Arkhan can't reinforce from the land. Some to withdraw, and he'll be in reinforcement range.
For the arch necro.
I think we'll be fine. I don't think it matters that the other heroes aren't being attached. Good, now reinforcements come close to us. That's good. Now, what I kind of want to do is get into a blob, because spreading our line out really wide, they've got a melee advantage. They're going to be better than us. Going into a blob, the reason for that is keeping our forces, keeps more of our forces in reserve. They're not the best at flanking. They probably will flank us a little bit, but it's not going to be that much. In addition to that, by blobbing up, the area of influence of our general can actually affect all of the units, so they've got that extra leadership buff. Yeah, because if we go wider than them, like they've just got the advantage. You go wider if you've got the strength advantage. I know some people think that you should never ever go into a blob no matter what, but truth be told, blobs can be quite useful. Alright, keep these two back, and have these two go over there just to harass. I don't think that these are particularly good archers, but they've got the same melee stats as the other chariots, so they've just got a few extra shots on top of them. Now also, in case you're wondering about how to send me a disaster save, there's always the details are in the description, but the general rule of thumb is vanilla only. And the reason for why I don't do mods is because, generally speaking, most people, at least on my channel, don't really care that much about mods. So the stuff that I've done on mods just don't resonate with people. And in addition to that, mods tend to slow the gameplay down a lot. And since I want to get these disasters done in as few episodes as possible, mods make that very difficult to do that. So at the end of the day, this needs to be as entertaining as possible for people, and I just don't think mods really do it. So yeah, vanilla only, please, at this stage. And in terms of games, Warhammer 2, not 1. Warhammer 1's out of date. And Warhammer 1, Rome 1, Medieval 2, Shogun 2, maybe Attila, we'll see. None of the other Total War games, please. Just not really into them anymore. Okay, I don't want them flanking us over here. Oh, I should have been using this. Him going after my chariots is not good, because we don't have the advantage in those engagements, and I'm pretty sure he's faster than us. Alright, so we just hold the line here. And also, I find the chariots are a little bit derpy going over certain terrain. Guys in reserve. Wait until these guys here get exhausted and charge into them. Because you've got to consider that cycle charging into them, we're going to take a lot of damage, because it is what it is, they're anti-large. But I overcast it, because God, I wish this guy would just come into combat here. He's annoying me. Actually, not doing too bad damage to him. So like I said, what this does is it makes the combat last a lot longer, giving us a chance to utilize our Winds of Magic and be a little bit more strategic as opposed to just melee advantage, which we don't have. This is working. Okay. Might lose a few units here and there. That's okay, it's all just skeletons, so no big deal. I find this spell to be just total shit. Doesn't matter if it only costs 3 winds of magic, this is fucking useless. Yeah, he's nearly dead. Same with a thing like this spell, since its area of effect affects more people. It would be good if you could kill him. Don't charge them in yet. Let them get more exhausted. We still got plenty of reserves. No problem. What's he shooting? He's nearly dead. Come on, finish him off. Come on. One more shot should kill him. What happened to the music? That's weird. Oh, he might actually get away. Oh well. Like I said, they're not great archers. Actually, I should use it on this guy here. Try and keep him in the fight a little bit longer. Maybe draw him back over this way. Okay, let's get ready for some cycle charges. Okay, they've used up all their ammo now. At least they've cleared out the enemy general, and now that they've got the Lord fled recently, we need to make use of that, because that's going to go away very soon. So look how much damage it does pretty much right away. But we got a huge rout coming in here. And that's basically GG there. They're not going to come back from this.
They shall perish.
Now, don't let them get away. Run them down. Looks like this guy here is just going to get wiped out no matter what, but it's just a skeleton unit. They lose a hell of a lot more than we do, and the great thing about this battle here is winning gets us loot money that we can use to invest into our territory. Derpy fucking chariots. Alright, cool. So, yeah, now we just gotta run them down. That went pretty well. Looks like we didn't lose any units because they're morale locked now. Don't think we lost any. And we'll see how much money we can get out of this. Whether or not it's worth getting canopic jars or not, we'll see. So looking at the chariots, because the infantry's not going to catch up to them now. Yeah, 200 odd kills on almost all of them. These skeleton archer cavalry didn't get as many. But they did take out the general, so gotta give them credit for that. Arkhan helped a little bit. I guess this is where these guys really do come in handy. Getting these kills at the end of the battle. Alright, that's enough. Oh, we've got a timer on these battles. So, yep, none of our units got wiped out.
This furthers my plans. They serve a new.
We used up 40 canopic jars. I don't really need the extra replenishment rate because we're not marching forward just yet. 870. We kind of need the money more than we need the canopic jars right now.
Are worthless.
Good. So once that's built, we can either go for walls. Don't worry about extra money. It's not going to make enough of a difference. Or go for this. Getting some tomb guard and skeleton archers can make a big difference if we're going to assault a settlement, as opposed to just skelly garbage. Alright, can probably just auto resolve, finish them off here. Yeah. Cool. And I think this time I'll take the money again.
Attend your king, slaves. Submit to
You know what? It might be better to let this province here revolt,
verge.
just to give us something to do. I don't think they're going to come back here for a while. Good, our replenishment's good. You'd think so after all the points we put into it. And yeah, just keep going with it a bit more. So yeah, we'll let the settlement actually revolt.
Awake the necrosphinx.
Alright, so he's got level up to distribute. This could help with... Yeah, you know what? Since you're here, you might as well grab it. It's supposed to increase the recruit rank, right? Local recruitment capacity and recruit rank for all units. Oh, the recruit rank's probably just for him. So what if I put...
Yes, his resurrection near.
It doesn't matter, it's just 1 point of experience. It's not gonna make that big of a difference.
I deem it.
Not for this trash. Oh, he's got it as well. God damn it.
As loyal as I.
Oh, you know. 18 melee attack instead of 19 melee attack instead of 18. Yeah, 1 little point each. And a little bit of leadership, you know, it helps. I mean, their base leadership's fucking 30. It's total garbage.
My master will return.
So yeah, let the settlement revolt so that we get some experience and make a little bit of cash out of it. You come back, and I guess that's us done for the turn. 4 turns, we get this leveled up. Probably prioritize building that up first. We're going to need 3,200 for that, because I would like to get the Screaming Skull catapults. Even though I'd only be able to get 1 of them. Okay, let's move on. Probably have to wait for that 13 turns to go by for the extra army. If we're going to attack Lashiek, because there's walls built up there, they've got a full stack there, plus the garrison. So we might need 3 armies to take it out, because... yeah, we're not going to be able to handle it otherwise. But really, in truth, we should probably go for the other settlement. Problem is though, this is closer. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll use this guy to scout. I don't know. Alright, so let's have a look at what's available now. So nothing new there. We still haven't got the right traits with these guys. That's unfortunate, but we just keep trying until you get it. Again, trust me, it's worth it.
I am my father's son, the greatest artist.
Don't need them in the coming turns, so just get rid of them now.
Prince of the Hekara,
Not that it costs any money in upkeep.
slave master. Sirs, attend.
Cool. Total trash, garbage, pile of crap army, but whatever. What are you gonna do? Probably want to try and get to here as soon as possible. It's not... It's last 27 seconds. It's not a bad spell. But I don't know. I don't really like the other ones that much. So... So there'll be a revolt here in a couple of turns as well, which we'll utilize that for more experience and more whatever, more money. You know, whilst we're here doing nothing, what we've got here is not enough to take out Lashiek. We've got no artillery. A head-on assault just wouldn't do anything, because our skeletons can't be relied upon to do any serious kill damage. And the chariots aren't going to be able to cycle charge. They're just not going to be able to do what they need to do at Lashiek. So we just don't have the right army for it. We could besiege them and starve them out, but then they'll just bring forces down this way. I don't like starving at enemies. Okay. Oh, you know what I should have done? Put him on raid. Because there's like fucking no money here anyway. And that'll just help speed this up. And actually give us more experience per turn.
Where are my slaves? Winds of change.
So I want to keep an eye on this. If they leave it undefended, we'll go back there and take it. It's only level 2 though, the settlement, so it's pretty shit. There'll definitely be a revolt next turn, but we're at full strength, ready to deal with it. Probably be an easy auto resolve.
I must keep my holy vow. No.
Yeah, so looking at the garrison here, it's pretty beefed up. We're not going to be able to attack that just yet. We need this stuff here done. Alright, moving on. At the very least, we need some archers. Looks like he sent someone down here. Did they ever come back, though? Well, they must have, because they accounted for all the agent limit. Originally, I thought that these Bretonnian factions were just a placeholder for Araby, but then they never actually showed up. And it's been confirmed now that there's not going to be any more race packs for Warhammer 2, which I'm a bit disappointed about. I was hoping for one more. I was hoping for Araby. But I guess not. Okay. So we can go with Lightning Strike or... Yeah, you don't really need that. See, there's some more casualty replenishment rate. You just didn't need that there. There's some good stuff in this line here. I know that there's, you know, he's got to get his magic, but this can help the entire faction out. So let's get this.
The Hekara reborn. You are not him. A sacrifice to Nagash. Send
Since we need the money, go for this. Let's resume raiding our own region, because there's barely any money to be made here anyway. And we've got enough money now that we can upgrade this. If I wait long enough, get 5,000, we could go just straight to Casket of Souls. Maybe that would actually be better.
The ultimate shrine.
Yeah, no, we're not attacking that. Fuck that.
Mortal fool.
Guess that's not too bad.
I alone shall restore Nehekara.
Forgot to do this last turn, so I got 2 to do this turn.
This is my endeavor.
Again, we've been getting unlucky with this, but you know, sometimes you could sit here for friggin' 40 turns and not get the right trade, and then it happens twice in a row. Here we go. Oh wait, he's on the wrong stance there. Whoops. Wouldn't mind if they sent another army over here. Doesn't look like they're... Oh, they put in a plague. How long is that going to last? 5 turns. It hasn't affected the army yet, but that actually might be a good opportunity to attack them. Like right when that plague's about to end.
Priest King. Raid.
Okay, forget about raiding.
Dynasty reigns.
Let's actually keep it under control. Okay, so... let's see here. What am I going to do? We go for archers. How much is it going to cost? 1,800. I would really like the Casket of Souls. But when it comes to knocking out siege towers, the Screaming Skull Catapult's better. Yeah, I don't know. I'm going to go with that. Actually, will I? How long is that going to take to build? 4 turns. This will be available next turn. And we might have the perfect opportunity here to get them thanks to this. So we're gonna have to make this attack within 5 turns. We're not gonna have time to recruit this, but we'll have time for the other one. So if I instead build nothing, absolutely nothing, and just bide our time, we'll get this next turn here. And if we're getting Casket of Souls, you don't really need the Screaming Skull Catapult. You don't really need the chariots. Like for that siege, it might be better if we actually disband the chariots because they'll be less useful to us than infantry. And it might be more useful to us to actually demolish that building, build the barracks, so that we can get the archers, because archers will be useful for the siege. Maybe. Okay, seems like they still haven't... What? Turns remaining 5. Okay, so now it's definitely going to revolt.
Summon them. My dynasty reigns supreme. My master
Oh, I know it's
return.
only minus 10. I can get it to minus 16 a turn. We have to get going soon. Just stay there.
The crypt.
That minus 10, wherever it is, it's not that big of a deal.
My arm.
A damage wall would be good.
Such shrines.
Low chance of success. But it costs money, and we need the money. So we can get this now. You can only do this once every 15 turns, so let's get that done now. It's an expensive unit, but it's really good. I've seen it get 300-400 kills, especially against early game trash. They're really good for that. So that's gonna go to Arkhan's army. Get rid of this trash here. Another thing that we could do is actually replace our crap skeleton warriors with more experienced. Since it's got more experience. Seems like 2 points each on attack and 3 points in melee defense. Anyway, grab. Oh, we've also got this as well. That unit's a pile of shit. But then again, against their archers, it could be quite effective. So, alright, let's get rid of 4 of these. You know, including the one I already got rid of. Then, what's our recruitment capacity? 7.
You are not him.
What about those chariots? If we're really going to go ahead with this siege, we're going to need the chariots a lot less than the infantry. Now, if we get rid of this, we can recover 1,200 gold. Then next turn, we could go ahead and build this. The open graves. They give us access to the archers.
Never.
Because we'll have enough money coming in.
Open the liber mortis.
Okay. Let's move on. So yeah, we don't want to take Lashiek until that plague is over, but we want to hit them in... Maybe even the turn of the plague. I'm not entirely sure. I don't often see it. It's definitely a stroke of fortune. If we can catch them when they're at like 25% strength, that'd be amazing. They just wouldn't be able to control the walls. Good. The army's now taking attrition. Probably 10% a turn. I'm not entirely sure about that plague. Like I said, I don't get hit with it very often. I can't remember.
Do you take me
Oh, it's
for
more.
a
That's
child?
like 20% a turn. That's getting hit quite hard. And they've got that now for
Sculptor and slave.
an unknown amount of time.
Your commission. Move.
No reinforcements in sight.
Lich King.
It's certainly going to last them another turn. I just don't know how many turns it's going to last.
My master will return.
Oh, I keep forgetting to do this as well. Still nothing. God damn it, man. Freaking bad luck. Still no chariot master. Jesus Christ. I mean, even if we had recruited the first guy and just like stuck with it, he'd only be at level 3 now. It wouldn't have made that big of a difference, but still. It would have been nice to have that guy to assist. Same with these guys. These necrotechs, but it's fine.
Protect my vision. You are not him.
There's a thing here, but I'm just... Because that's got... Okay, now it says 3 turns. It had 5 turns last turn, now it says 3. Doesn't really bother me too much if we get hit by the plague. Could go for this, just get... Oh, it doesn't actually provide any money. Yeah, so we're gonna go with that. Because we need to also account for time that's going to take to get there. It's going to take 2 turns. Alright, Arkhan's going to move here. And you're going to stay here and recruit tier 3 units. Oh, there's only 4 recruit slots now. Oh, what am I doing? We should stand here. Actually, no, stay there, because if these guys could sail over here in a single turn, they're not... The garrison can't quite handle it.
Submit to your king.
Not yet. So yeah, just stay here for now. We want to time this just right. Stroke of fortune, that plague. We'll make use of it. Thing is, the moment that plague ends, they'll just replenish to full straight away. So we need to make sure we hit them before the plague ends. But only right before the plague ends.
We may be able to aid each other.
Yeah, whatever. Just be careful going out on the water. I think he's starting to merge units. So the garrison wouldn't be in good shape, which is great. We can't see exactly how damaged it is, but we know that they would have taken about 35% attrition. We don't have any archers available yet. This plague has got 2 turns left to go. Alright, stand here. I don't think he can get from there to there in a single turn. But if he leaves the settlement, we can definitely get him with just Arkhan's army, and then we'll send... Well, actually, I'm not sure about that. I'll have to make a judgment call. Nope, again. God damn it. Nope. Don't want recruit rank for them. We want extra capacity. Don't worry about this. And let's move on. So yeah, it'll say 1 turn left. We need to make sure we strike next turn. So yeah, 1 turn's next, as of next turn, that is. Because otherwise, if the plague goes away, they'll get us a full turn to recover. It basically is if the plague never hit. Are you fucking kidding me? We have no choice. We gotta hit next turn. Did we take any attrition? Yeah, we did. It was just for that turn as well. And they fully recovered, but the garrison's still fucked. And this guy here, he's too far away to, God damn it. I can't believe I got fucking hit with that. And like I said, they bloody recover. Luckily they were merging their units. Still feel like it can handle this. Now, the reason why I disbanded, well, merged units is so that I could increase, or get him in there. There we go, that's what we're looking for. Melee attack, +8 when riding a skeleton chariot. Melee defense, +8 when riding a skeleton chariot. And extra recruit rank for skeleton chariots, but that's crap. But still, an extra 16 stats, it's huge. So I'm glad that's gotten done. And Wise, we don't need that, get rid of him. Right, now, let's have a look. So even with that, we won't win an auto resolve. But yeah, the garrison didn't have a chance to recover. Unfortunately, these guys here did get a chance to recover. But really, I think the most dangerous unit in this army was always going to be the archers. And the foot squires, which have been severely damaged. Alright, let's do this.
Nagash demands sacrifice.
Alright, depends where our reinforcements are going to come from, but I usually like to stand in the corner. Right here. We don't have it. Oh, I've got one unit of archers. Oh, are you going to show up from there? I mean, they're only going to be arrow towers. It's not going to be that big of a deal, so still stay in the corner here. I still think that this is the best place for it. I'm not sure how much ammunition it takes to destroy a single thing of towers. You know, it might even be best not even worry with that, and let's just all-out attack right here. I don't usually like doing it, but I feel like we've got the numbers to our advantage. Let's do it. And I'll utilize him instead to bomb whatever's hanging around the back here. Alright, let's do this. It's essentially mortars. You guys get in over here. Wow, they're putting a lot of men on the walls there. Okay, that's actually not doing so well. Maybe instead shoot these spearmen over here. Yeah, they put a lot of their troops up on the walls. Most of that's just to stop them from shooting. I don't care about that, you know, regiment of renown unit. Where's their general? I want to snipe him. I don't know if that was worth it. I think it miscasted. Just trying to stand in front of the towers there. Alright, what are we doing with you? How many kills you got? 38. That's pretty good. We got... Trying to hit our own units. Like I said, keep them there. I don't give a shit about them. So we'll do this just because it'll also give a little bit of healing due to that other skill that he's got. Alright, now you come around over here and maybe we can shoot in over there. I imagine all the guys that we sent up on the wall are going to die. Okay, there's a paladin there. I guess we could put it on him. I'll use that a bit later. Yeah, definitely don't regret getting this unit. It's really good. Come on, are you gonna shoot or not? Has this been destroyed yet? I think it has. Jeez, we're just hanging around here. In we go. But it killed for a vortex spell here. Still, that's really the man of the match for this battle, for sure. Don't want to utilize this just yet. Shit. Another problem with this thing is you can't attack the ground. You actually have to attack a specific unit. But yeah, we're trying to hit the guys over here. So aim for them, so if it misses, it hits them back here. The hell, that's not what I aimed for. Alright, seems like they've got a reasonably good angle there to shoot from. Yeah, I can't reach him from there. Victory's in our grasp. Good. Now we just need to actually get the win. Because another thing to consider is that they do have reinforcements that are literally right behind us. So our entire army cannot be wiped out, or else they're just going to take the settlement straight back. I may not get a better time to use this. No, not yet. Now's not the time just yet. So, when am I going to be able to use this? I know, it might be a good idea if I bring him around over here. He might get a better angle to shoot from there. Because this is obviously blocking their line of sight. Because this is obviously the best place to shoot. So they're probably getting more kills than any of the other infantry units. With none of the risk. Alright, I'm going to put them over here and try and cycle charge into this flank. You gonna shoot or not? Doesn't look like it. Alright, we'll try and aim for over here then. Let's get whatever kills we can get. Now, if we could... Wait, do these guys cause terror? Just fear. Because there's a chance that we can cause terror if we utilize this. Just getting one of them to break could set a chain reaction. There we go. So we ended up getting 235 kills. Pretty damn good, I think. 86 kills on him. He can come up on the walls now. And you just stay there. So we don't really need to be fighting on the walls anymore, but taking them down is going to cause more damage than just leaving them up there, so they might as well stay fighting. Let's make a push towards the town square with all this horde over here. Cap the town square, army loss penalty, whichever comes first. We've definitely won the battle though, it's just a matter of getting it over and done with as few casualties as possible. If we have this at the end of the battle, we'll be able to handle the reinforcing force. Now another problem is that if we loot the settlement, it's going to cause a revolt immediately, and we kind of need to rush back to the settlement because we don't know where the revolt's going to show up. The worst thing is, like, we gain this settlement but then lose the other one. What was the point of that? So I'll have to just occupy it. I also have to hope that the fleets aren't going to block us on the way there. Because we can sail to and from the two ports quite easily. It doesn't matter, just stay there. Guess I could be using this. Because it does provide just the tiniest little bit of replenishment. It's barely noticeable though.
I shall build.
One more units are getting wiped out. Takes a long time to get our troops through the walls, that's for sure.
I command Animus. Shyish winds gather.
Now, we should probably get one unit to try and sneak through here. And try to flank them just to break them. So that we can get into here and actually cap the town. Then again, getting someone to actually be able to go around here is kind of difficult due to the pathfinding. They're just not really going to do that. I don't have enough winds of magic to actually be able to finish him off with this. If I wait until I've got 18 winds of magic, I'll be able to use 3 of them. If I do it now, I'll only get 2 shots off. So these archers here should aim for this unit here. Trying to snipe the general with the archer would be a waste of ammo. He doesn't have much left anyway. And because it's on legendary difficulty, sniping enemy generals just doesn't break enemy units. Not really. What's going on? Told you to shoot.
Arkhan the Black. Petra worships me.
Okay, good. We've capped the town, so now we just have to wait 200 seconds and the battle's over. It probably won't last that long anyway. Just a few more seconds and we can pop down the... Okay, they just got the army loss penalty then anyway. Painful attack, but had to be done. Alright, we don't loot and occupy as the Tomb Kings anyway. Okay, I mean, we've still got 1 turn of plague here. I don't know if we should be staying here specifically. Public order will maintain for the next turn. We'll be okay. Got a redundant building, but it's okay with the Tomb Kings because that's actually going to give us access to more archers, which is a good thing. Probably not a good idea to be... Actually... Yeah, no, just leave that. While these guys are here, I don't want to be merging or disbanding anything. Okay, good. So... now that that's done, we can actually think about putting in walls here. Wait, what about public order? Because that's... Now, if we get to Wizard Keller's Palace... Still, there was a full stack there before. Because... Oh, hang on, shit. That's not what I want to do. It's not cheap. We're not exactly making a lot of cash either. At Lashiek, there's no specific goods there. It might be an idea to see if we actually get a peace treaty with them. They might even... Oh, we can't negotiate. Yeah. And how good are their defenses here? Well, I don't really want to go there. We have to consolidate this province first, because it's legendary difficulty. We've got public order problems. We can't leave here for long periods of time. It's also tempting to get that bit of extra income. But I think it's most important to get the walls here.
A worthy follower.
Don't need lightning strike. Not right now, anyway. Guess that'll really help to keep the soldiers in line. Doesn't need the extra plan from bonus. It's all good at the moment. Yeah, let's grab this. That way we can start actually looking for some good Lich Priests. Another one here that's knowledgeable, but we can sort of afford to be picky now and not go with the Nehekaran one. It's funny, these ones here recruiting now are of the same rank, I think, as... Let me just check. Yeah, look at that. As that guy that we recruited ages before. So sometimes it's, you know, it pays off to just not bother to recruit them right away. Like I said, it's okay for that one. It's okay to have one. But the other one should, I think, be death or high. Or if possible, even shadow magic. Alright, no concerns here. Moving on. Alright, so I wouldn't say it's fixed just yet. But it's certainly not on the verge of defeat now. Get rid of that army. I reckon that army's just going to go back home. And we'll see. If this plague ends without any more attrition, that would be great. Oh, they're going for it. So we weren't able to recruit, but that's okay. Because I'm confident that what we had was enough to take them out anyway. Yeah, I'm pretty confident. I mean, we got a casket of skulls and loads of troops here. This shouldn't be a problem. We already beat this guy. I guess that's their faction leader. Don't get me wrong, it would certainly have been helpful to have some extra assistance, but this is, you know, with the archers, but this is fine. Alright, just gotta wait for my reinforcements to show up. In the meantime, we can bomb them. No chariots this time, but I don't really need them. Doesn't matter if some of these skeletons get wiped out in the battle. And bring in our reinforcements. Looking good. And these two. Cool. So it'd be good if you could aim for the biggest blobs. These are great at melting infantry. Actually, you know what? Stop firing. I have an idea. We'll wait. Because once the fighting begins, you'll be able to be a lot more accurate with it. And it'll do more damage. Because we've only got a few shots. Let's make it count. They really don't want our troops meeting up. Stick together so that we get that group leadership bonus. Because getting surrounded, whilst it does give you a morale penalty, it's not that bad. Alright, I'm gonna need to sacrifice a unit in order to get the rest of these guys up here. Again, we need to disband some of these skeletons anyway, so it's fine. Alright. Bomb there. That's a pretty nice blob right there. Might hit some of our own units, but it'll do more damage to them than us. On second thought, this is a much better blob. Go for that. So that's what I was counting on. Them just blobbing up their units like this, and then we utilize the artillery just to melt them. So blobbing up really is quite effective if you've got area of effect spells and attacks. If you don't have area of effect spells, you know, go wide. If you do, blob up. Okay, they're just not going to be able to get back there in time. Actually, come over here, shoot into this. I think I'd rather use Spirit Leech on him. Everything's looking good. Now, of course, we'll need to finish them off, but I reckon it'll be an easy auto resolve after this battle. Yep, looking good. So when they're surrounded, when they're done, they'll wrap around over here. Good, thanks for getting in range for me. Alright, they're out of ammo. 278 kills, can't complain with that.
Take the black.
Alright, looks to me like they're gonna get the army loss penalty real soon. If not already. Where'd their general go? So I'm just going to use these to actually help run these guys down, because like I said, we've got to finish them off. The battle's won, but we just can't run these guys down fast enough. They can. There we go, army loss penalty inflicted. I think it'd be good to just finish him off anyway. Good. 24 kills better than nothing. Good. And that's all extra experience for Arkhan, so that's really effective. Shame we can't negotiate with them, because I've got no interest in going to the next province right now. I want to go down and take the dwarf out. Can negotiate with them, but they've got our capital. We need that back. Again, really need the money because we've got to build these places up. Canopic Jars is fine for the time being. Now we're recruiting here, but you can do that anyway.
King of Mehekara, you are not him. Do not betray your king. Black Tower. Nagash demand.
Good, no units wiped out, and once again take the money. Shouldn't be seeing them again for quite some time now. So you stay there because you'll provide the greatest public order bonus. We don't want to revolt here at the moment. And now that we don't need to worry about a counterattack, we can. I usually like to go with like 6. Oh wait, how many units can we get of it? 4, 8. So 4 in each army. Guess you could recruit it and transfer it over to him. We'll merge some of this garbage.
This furthers my plans.
Okay, just trying to think what to do now. We've got a little bit of money. 3 turns until the growth occurs there. And I guess that money can get us actual walls here. That way, if he fucks up again, at least he's got a settlement that's well protected. Still want some intel on this as well. No luck with the necrotex. Oh well, that happens.
I doubt his attentions. Machinations.
What next? Give him the skeleton chariot. He'd be a lot more effective in combat. It's alright. The extra leadership certainly helps, but you don't really need it. That's certainly good as well. But yeah, I think the skeleton chariot will really help us out, especially against those infantry blobs. Especially if you're going to be going up against lots of dwarfs. Lots of low-tier dwarfs. That's useless to us at the moment. Okay, moving on. If we could catch this settlement here, undefended, that would be ideal. We're also getting pretty close to an hour and a half, so we're going to sort of wrap this up. Again, I don't know if I really need to do a second episode, because it is early game, and he was on the verge of defeat, but he's not on the verge of defeat anymore. But we still have to deal with, he still has to take his capital back. I didn't manage that. obviously the priority had to be the guys that were knocking on our door as opposed to the dwarves that weren't. Alright, so the public order is getting better now. We've still got one more capacity for archers. Okay, so I want to transfer 5 of them over here.
As parched as my bones.
Wait, is that right? No, 4. Yeah, okay. And then get that last one over here. So he'll actually have 5 archers in the army, but that uses up the recruitment capacity. Upgrading this doesn't provide any additional archers, and not until we get to here. But that requires quite a lot of money, more than what we've got. Might be better off just getting the walls.
Attend your king, slaves.
Okay, need intel. It's not defended. Now's our chance. We gotta go, go, go. Yeah, fuck this. Let's see. If you get to here, probably not even gonna need both armies. Let me just see. They might be busy fighting someone else. They're fighting Clan Spittle.
So I can be done with them.
Hopefully that's keeping them busy. Doesn't really matter if those guys come back here and take Lashiek. Gotta get back this one here. That's so important.
I keep my own counsel.
Now, the problem here is that if I leave the settlement, we've got 2 turns until a revolt occurs. Now, it's okay if a revolt does occur, but... Okay, we might need to... Oh, man, I'm really going to push it with this. The army might come in from over there. I need some scouting. I need to know where they are. Yes. Okay. Just got to stay outside of this range here. So they can't attack us. If we could attack this next turn, that would be ideal. And the other obvious solution is just don't tax it this turn. So hopefully we can get there next turn. I don't know if they've got armies over here or what. But we'll see what we can do. Is any of this going to help? No. Moving on. Yeah, move on. Okay, it doesn't look like they bothered to reinforce that position. These pirates never attack settlements, so you don't have to worry about that. Good. I really didn't think I was going to capture it within this episode, but I guess I will. Oh, shit, we're just out of range. Shit. Funny thing is, the Necrotect might have, because of its extra movement, might have actually allowed us to get there. So what we'll do in this instance, we don't want them to think that we're going to attack them. So, how much movement do we need for ambush stance? 25%. So what we do, 40%, 40... Because we just need to hide. We don't want them to think we're here. Otherwise they'll reinforce the position. If they don't see us, out of sight, out of mind, they won't reinforce this position. Easy win for us.
I serve king and patriarch.
Doesn't look like anyone's even close anyway. Thing is, if a full stack comes over here, even if it's in force march, that's still a problem. Okay, looking at agents. We haven't done this in a while. Still nothing good here, but yeah, you just keep checking. You never know, you'll eventually get there. Just gotta be patient. I know some people don't have the patience to stomach this, but it does make a big difference. We've just been really unlucky. You know, usually it would show up. You know, the law of averages. It should have shown up by now to get more of these, but it just hasn't. Serpent Carver. Yeah, I don't want Sepulchral Stalkers. Like I said, we want Sphinx Carver. Thing is, what could happen is you get one. The very next one would be a Sphinx Carver anyway. 2 turns until you get another army as well. What the hell? They were providing public order there. And then I left it, I didn't realize it. Arkhan can do this on his own. Luckily we've got walls built there, that'll provide us a little bit of time. He's going to have to force march to get back there in time. Okay, doesn't matter, these guys didn't get back there. Like I said, Arkhan can do this on his own. I thought we had another turn. Forgot about the public order bonuses that they provide while in the region. So, they might very well attack over the next turn. Just have to hope that they don't. That'd be bad if they took it, but it's not the end of the world. Anyway, we should easily be able to capture this now. As if. Well, I definitely have to fight this manually. But they didn't build additional walls here, did they? No, so don't have to worry about that. Alright, let's do this. So it looks like it's going to be a bit more than an hour and a half on this episode. Probably closer to 2 hours, but I feel like once we've just secured the province here, like, the campaign can continue without it being a complete disaster. I wonder if I'd exempted the taxes in the province last turn, if the revolt wouldn't have happened. And if the revolt didn't happen, maybe we could have dealt with this. With the other army. Alright, so I want to be taking out at least one of the towers. Just have them tank it. Arkhan will do quite a lot of damage on his chariot. Hero units on chariots with the Tomb Kings are actually quite good. Alright, yeah, we'll have enough ammo. Should take about 11 shots, which should give us 9 shots to do a bit more damage. Getting a few kills as well while he's doing that. Okay, one more shot. So it actually took 10 shots, not 11. That's good. And managed to get 17 kills while he was at it as well. Alright, so now, move the army around over here. Keep them there. We just need to get outside of that range. Okay, now since they're not arming this tower, we come over to about here, utilize the last of our ammo to get some kills in. Now another thing is, because he's on a chariot, he can't climb up the walls. But we'll be able to break down the wall, so that's okay. Now another thing is bringing in the archers over here to do more of the same thing. Now we're going to be aiming for their best units. The units that are going to give us the most trouble, which are going to be probably the Thunderers. Just want to make sure they're at least being somewhat accurate with their shots. If you can get me 100 kills, I'll be happy with that. I don't think he's going to get 100. Ah, complete wasted shot there. Great. Alright, stop bringing the archers around over here. Like, these are some armored... Oh, look at that. It's tempting to go after him with Arkhan, but it's a bit of a trap. They'll shoot us. Alright, so he's out of ammo. How do you go for kills? 83. I mean, that's a small unit taken out. Longbeards. Shooting them in the back is about the best we can hope at from these guys here. And our infantry really would have a hard time against them, so... What else are they going to shoot? Everything's well armored. Yeah, shooting out their longbeards, that's looking good. I think we've got this. Yeah, these cornered settlements here, they're amongst one of the easiest settlement types to assault. If you do it this way, of course. So, not quite as good as angle as these ones here, but still good enough to wipe them out. So I don't know what's going on with... Oh, it looked like they were standing up. No, not really. Okay, miners. Well, we've taken out their two longbeards. I don't think they've got any more fresh ones. So, what's this? Oh, they do have one more longbeard. It's okay. Not like miners are particularly dangerous, but just shoot whatever's available. Now, since the majority of the units that they've got left are missile units, just wondering if we should climb the walls or not. Okay. Bring these guys a little bit around over here, just so that they bring more troops up. Oh man, I'm almost out of ammo. Because another thing, climbing up on the wall is going to make them exhausted. I have an idea. No one's guarding this over here. Why don't we knock down this gate? Well, they're not, you know, attack where they're not, and then we'll sneak through. If you send a sufficiently small enough force there, they don't bother. They just don't consider it a threat. Bring these guys as well. Alright, that's it. We're done with our archers. What's he doing? No way. It seems like as I click it, it does damage, and then I stop. It does no damage. What the fuck? Weird bloody thing. Fucking hell. Well, I didn't know that was a thing. Because like, look what happens if I stop clicking. Oh, it's still going, it's still going. Just seemed like it was going faster as I was clicking it. Alright, gates open. You don't need to come. No one protecting the town square. We just go and cap it with our lord. I don't want these guys going in there. Let's be real. He's not going to actually cap it. But the good thing here is that because we got them rushing back over here, it gives us time to get in. You're going to want to steer clear of those guys. Like, I should have come around here, punch through this unit, and get at those quarrelers, because obviously they're doing some damage. Nothing major. I'm pretty sure we've won now. They had absolutely no effectiveness with the wall, apart from maybe wasting a little bit of ammo, because I had to take out the tower there. These guys don't need to go in. See, like I said, once he's on a chariot, much better fighter. They're not going to last there forever. Try and free that Necrotech from the fight, get him out of there. Alright, they're almost all in. So yeah, Arkhan's not the best fighter, but while he's on this, he's much better than he was before, so that was good. Bring them in as well. If they take a little bit of damage from the shots, it's fine. Okay, now we're going to want to send about, I don't know, maybe 6 units over here. And the others over here. Attack them from both sides. It's okay, they're shooting into shields, wasting their ammo. So like I said, grab these 6 here, send them here, and another 6, right? So that's balanced. Perfectly balanced as all things should be. Get them over there. Keep these 2 out of the fight now, they're done. Arkhan, you're not done yet. Oh shit. They're almost... Oh right, it was the gunners doing all the real damage there. He's almost out of ammo. Doesn't matter if I drained, let's just go in there. Time to go. Could send someone up through here to go around. Don't think we really need to. I'll just have Arkhan recharge them there. Where's that Thane gone? Let's pull right through them. If we can get this capped, that'll just help speed things up a bit. Good. Good, walked out of that virtually unscathed. No heroic victory, didn't give me great odds. No, like I said, I thought that those odds were bullshit. So yeah, it was really good that we shot both of these Longbeards, because that one there was able to get 114 kills. Which is still not even a full unit. But also wrecked these two here. Alright. So I think growth is the most important thing right now. Let's get this back up to tier 3. I don't know if you really need that. Like you probably don't need chariots now. Well, I'll let him decide. I just want to see this through here. And once this is dealt with, he'll have a third army as well, and that is a definite. Hang on. Yeah, give him the chariot. That's a definite disaster averted. You definitely want to get Arkhan's magic sorted, because he's a good caster. But at the same time, your units are a bit shit. Doom and Darkness can be specifically useful against Bretonnians. We'll get that. Like I said, as Arkhan, you really should get the magic. And let's move on. So fingers crossed they don't attack. If they do attack, I'm going to have to bring my A game. Because that's going to be a hard one to win. We'll be able to take the settlement back straight away, but that's not the point. They take the settlement and it goes down by a level. We take it back, goes right back down to level 1. All the money that we invested into it, what a waste. All because I just didn't want to tax it. Well, I wanted to tax it for one turn. If they want a peace treaty, good. Accept it. Because that's actually a good amount of money as well. That way we can focus, well, he can focus, because I'm not going to do it. You focus on the other guys. Because you can't negotiate with them. If you've got two enemies, but you can negotiate with one of them, you can't negotiate with the other one, then fucking negotiate. You know, unless you're strong enough that you don't have to worry about it. Alright, so we're good. There's no way this Bretonnian army is going to be able to do anything. I hope. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're good. Any units get wiped out, instantly replaced anyway. Get the money. And there you go. You'll have access to a third army. You got these two armies. Two full stack armies here. Got yourself a casket of casket of souls. Don't lose that, because they're expensive. And there you go. Alright guys, that's the end of this disaster. I would say this is thoroughly unfucked. It was a pretty touch and go there for a while, but we sorted in the end. Once again, thanks to everyone who's sending in save files. Please keep sending in more save files. I guess the more save files that get sent in, the more likely it is I'll be able to pick a good one. Anyway, I'll see you next time, fuckers.